In the KU events we attended, we learnt that one of the best times to become an entrepreneur is as a new graduate. This is because we have the time in our career to make mistakes, test the waters in new environments, as well as a lower amount of financial and personal responsibility. Managing and leading are two different ways of organising people. Leadership is setting a new direction or vision for a group that they follow. On the other hand, management controls or directs people and resources in a group according to principles and values that have already been established. Entrepreneurship is the development of a business from the ground up and coming up with an idea and turning it into a profitable business. From the personal stories of Yukl and Pip, we identified real-life experiences causing the fear of effectuation, attributed to the Society for Effectual Action. This theory is imagining a possible new end using a given set of means, such as when Pip used the technology developed for MTV for her startup company, and Yukl joined forces with his friends to start Labari using their previous experience. Both Pip and Yukl spoke about using their friends and personal resources in the early days of entrepreneurship. As their success grew, the network of resources around them increased, and they were able to draw on more valuable resources to facilitate their success. From Pip's personal experience, it was possible to see the relationship between her shared out model of the opportunity recognition process and her own journey in developing and expanding her .com idea. She described it as a LinkedIn for creative professionals, as she realized that creative professionals have different needs to the corporate world.
Most successful entrepreneurs take on other types of leaderships. In the increasingly turbulent and competitive environment firms face today, a new type of entrepreneurial leader distinct from other forms of managerial leadership is required. Entrepreneurial leadership involves instilling the confidence to think, behave, and act with entrepreneurship in the interest of fully realizing the intended purpose of the organization to the beneficial cause of all stakeholders. Leaders of this type take initiative and act as if they are playing a critical role in the organization. Demonstrate entrepreneurial creativity, search continuously for new opportunities, and they consider personal risks. They arouse enthusiasm and commitment in followers by articulating a compelling vision and increasing followers' confidence about achieving it. Creative director of AKQA Ian Moore pointed out that a charismatic leadership was essential as an entrepreneur. A charismatic leader would be an entrepreneur who has established a business. Gill states that attribution of charisma to the leader is more likely if the vision is and strategy for attaining it are innovative, the leader takes personal risks to promote it, and the strategy appears to be succeeding. Dr. Doolin Rose, Director of Knowledge Hub, has specified that some businesses do not survive due to the individual's approach as an entrepreneur. Reasons relate to the lifestyles of each and every individual. Gender, class, work and life balance all play a part. In general, an example would be a female entrepreneur during maternity. An individual must be able to manage lifestyle changes and maintain a life and work balance, since an entrepreneur predominantly consists of being self-employed. As explained earlier, lifestyle changes will affect an entrepreneur in different situations, so it's up to them to take on a form of leadership for the given situation. Yukl suggests that there is no one best style of leadership, and that successful and enduring leaders will use various styles according to the nature and the situation of the following. Fiedler's contingency theory states that effective leaders know how to adopt different styles for different situations, regardless of how effective any one particular style has been in the past. The theory also states that once you understand your style, you can match it to any situation in which that style is most effective. Effectiveness of a particular style of leadership depends on the relationship between the characteristics of the leader, the followers, and the situation. However, Fiedler added that it is more difficult for a leader to change his or her style to suit the situation than it is to change a leader according to the situation.
To clarify what we've learned from the 10th of the KU events, entrepreneurs are people who imagine new possibilities which can create new industries. They create things that didn't exist before.
Those things that they create have to be driven out of scale and scope, and those products and services have to be produced as efficiently as one can possibly produce them. That's where managers come in. They bring a discipline and habits of efficiency. They make sure that original entrepreneurial idea can be widely disseminated and made available to the society in the cheapest way possible across the globe.
However, as with all things, there are times when a great idea does come to an end and society needs those resources to be relocated to next thing. This is where leaders come in and help organizations reorient themselves.